Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Let's Play of Cold Waters. This is going to be different than the stream Let's Play thing that I'm doing, where Lion's trying to kill me in a skipjack. You all should definitely check it out, it's very interesting. It involves a lot of firing 6 torpedoes and then creeping away silently in a submarine which has no business being present in that time period. Let alone being the sole responder to a Soviet invasion of Northern Europe. Because God knows that the budget's been cut, and this is the last submarine remaining. There's only 2 ships out there, and I'm stealing this joke from a stream I saw last night. One of the commenters, at least. There's only 2 ships left. That new carrier game from Matrix, down the South Pacific, and the submarine over here up in the North Atlantic. Everything else has been cut through budget cuts. The Soviets, on the other hand, have more or less won the economic war, completely apart from this game's inside story, and are now able to afford ungodly ASW vehicles. As such, we'll be using a Sturgeon class, because it's the mainstay of the fleet. The Permit class is just a little bit too much. Let's see, what's the difference? What's the difference, actually? This one's a little bit faster. Lower frequency sonar. We might take a Permit class out for a stroll. I'm going to take the Sturgeon class just because it's the mainstay of the fleet, makes for a decent LP, and plus if you guys really just want to watch me get my ass handed to me repeatedly, if you want to see that, watch my Let's Play with this thing in the streams. Or just watch the streams, they're saved on the channel anyway. If we get destroyed, we'll do some other submarine. But we'll start with the Sturgeon, and I'll probably do die rolls for other things. Keep some randomness. Actually, we can do a random one. Sturgeon class. USS Bengal SS in 667. One away from the devil. Alright. There's Reagan. What's Reaganism gonna do? Ooh, he doesn't like the Soviet Union. Y'all can read these, I've read them like 5 times. They're fun, but I've read them a lot. Ooh, Reagan's gonna poke them hard with his Gepard. The Soviets are gonna prove that they're not an evil empire by killing about 300 civilians. And the US is gonna prove that they're not imperialistic by arming its friends. We're gonna hold a military drill. And they're gonna hold a military drill. You see, they thought Able Archer was real, so we thought that their military drill was fake. Hence why they broke the Fulda Gap. Long story short, we needed to go sink some tiny merchant ships. Intelligence has discerned a pattern. Small enemy force, killing 1 or 2 ships, except Archangelsk Mount. Order to find and sink this group before it completes. Okay, let's see what we've got. 12 Mark 48s, otherwise known as the Go Fuck Yourself torpedo. UGM 84s. These are easier to penetrate defenses. In other words, you need less of them to score a hit. But these pack more of a punch, so same trade-off, I guess. Game has finally been patched. I say finally. So leaving from Archangelsk, which is back here, heading up to, what did it say, the Norwegian Sea? Barents Sea, probably, yeah. So we need to... So primary objectives for me in this campaign is to never lose Spitsbergen. Because those little lines don't denote areas. Those are US SOSUS buoys. Anyone who touches those things is auto-detect. You know? So, it's a good idea to keep close tabs on that area. No, that's not us. So I think up here they're probably like resupplying boomers or something. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and guess that's them. And we've lost West Germany. So I'm gonna close to 20. I'm gonna give a slight guess. Say that, okay, new contact. Who is this jackass? Not a submarine. Probably not an Udloy. Not Krista. I'm gonna go with a. I'm gonna go with the Kanan. Oh, shut up. I'm underneath the layer, right? I think I am. Not a great layer. Oh well. It's an ASW fleet. Probably not the greatest thing in the world. We're going through the submarines again. So Kanan and Argh. Yeah. I don't want to be hanging around too close to the surface. If there's a Kanan and Argh just derping around. What are you guys doing? 12 knots each? Looks like they're in transit also. They're probably not listening very hard. This Kanan looks like it's going to be the only one we need to worry about. Alright. So if we get right down next to the floor, we should be safe. Oh, I have to sneeze. Please excuse me. Never mind. Go ahead and rig the ship for ultra quiet. We're also going to turn towards this Kanan. See if we can't, Thank you, Edson. What's the depth here? 823. Alrighty. Gentlemen, do you know what I would really appreciate now? It would be a solution for that Kanan, just in case. Set that to go up, go active. This is a Kanan, right? We can double check that. Looks like a Kanan. Talks like a Kanan. I could fire a snapshot down the bearing. Here's a Kara. It's an ASW platform, if I remember correctly. Fire some anti-submarine rockets from up top. They haven't detected us yet. The Kanan might be well on its way. But I don't want to do anything hasty just yet. We have a decent shot on the Kara. And the Kanan too. We're sitting it so quiet. Basically cutting a really small hole in the water right now. If we just sit here and don't make any noise, we should slip right by. Well, I say slip. They should slip right by me. But yeah, that's definitely a Kanan. Yep, he's heard me. Or, well, found me. 2/3. Okay. Let's see if today can't be as full of surprises as yesterday was. So here's our first torpedo. It's supposed to go up and run a circle search pattern. To the right. Go left, you idiot. Good enough. So we also set it to come up, which means this guy's gonna have a hell of a time. Also, it looks like that'd be enemy helicopters. And there's a noisemaker. Just come to the left. Or just turn right if you're gonna keep doing that. And this is a snapshot down the bearing. It should pop up and then go active. Looks like this one has homed on its target. It's got about 8 minutes left to run. I mean, that guy has a whole 8 minutes of fun left in him. And right now you can tell the cannon has more or less been, I would use the term suppressed. It's more or less unable to perform ASW activities right now. And I don't think the Kara has enough information without the cannon's help. So you can see he's launching noisemakers, turning, trying to make knuckles. My torpedo, it's smart enough though, knows to go around the noisemaker, picks him up on the other side. Looks like you're about to have some fun, mate. I just love the explosion effects in this game. And boom, there's number one. At least it should be. One thing we want to do is turn towards the ASW group. Who's that? It's not any ship I know. What the fuck was that? What happened to you, mate? And we'll give this one a left turn. Yeah, left turn. Probably can't hear me. There we go. Cut a big hole in the water. There's that first cannon just sinking. Gonna make our way over there and see if we can't hide in his wreckage. The sound of his ship ripping itself to pieces underneath the pressure might be loud enough to mask us. Just keep updating that solution. And we'll go peg ourselves to the top of that ship. You'll have to excuse me. drinking a soda helps with my throat, and just keeps me. Oh, I think it might have been set to go down. I will turn left. Don't fail me. I'm not understanding the issue. Except we're probably too deep. Whoop, whoop. Use the ballast tanks. Go about 100 feet. Fire into the floor. Wire break. Okay, fine. Reload all the tubes with something more useful. I'm just gonna watch this torpedo at massive amounts of time. Yeah, it looks like the surface curves up a bit right over here. So I bet you we were launching torpedoes and they were striking the bottom. Should do it any minute now. There we go. Surprise! I got you something. It's a present. From your good old Uncle Sam and the last submarine in existence. Noisemakers can't save you now. Only the compelling compulsion to be free. Get liberated. Bitch. So yeah. Also, I love how they sink. Like, if they have two holes or they're massively damaged or something, I think they sink a little faster. But they're just very nice sinking animations regardless. They're even... not regardless, that's not a bad thing. They're just very nice, smooth animations. Though I kind of wish this KA-50 would fall off. Looks like they just kind of super glued it to the floor. And those rotor blades aren't warping like they should. I mean, they're not drooping. They're just kind of, hanging around. But I do love the sinking animation. Like, it's very much how I would expect a ship to sink, yet also do it quickly so it doesn't clog up time just sitting there, and I'm wondering if it's dead or not. Yay. So we'll watch this one sink. I also love it. They leave a little bit of a burn strip on the surface, but then also it's hemorrhaging air. There's an oil slick. I think the oil slick's my favorite part, honestly. So we'll go ahead and leave combat. We've got 7 torpedoes left. I'm probably gonna get rid of some of those. Oh. We're just gonna see if we can sneak past this one. Can I leave? Shh, don't tell anyone. But yeah, an Udaloy and a Cresta. We'll approach these guys at patrol speed. I suspect this is our target. So, the plan of attack for me is as follows. We're going to try and sink the merchant ships with some UGM-84s, harpoon missiles, just because I'm running kind of low on torpedoes and it makes me nervous. Which means we're going to use those torpedoes to sink the escorts. I just want to review my orders. Yeah, there's probably a submarine or two around. Single tube should be good. Close to 15. All hands met. Wrong button. I have to click the close to. Which I really think is a bit weird. Okay, here we are. Middle of the night. Conditions. Floor is kind of shallow. It's decent. Another cannon. Another. There is just a cannon. I forget what the resupply ship is called. I think it might actually be a military ship. I think it's called Dawn, actually. Alright, I think we found our good friends. We gotta turn to the right instead, actually. They should basically have no way to detect me. What's the ambient noise? 94, stormy, icebergs. It's about what I'd expect. Also, I just love the diesel smoke effects. They're perfect. Really, this is a very beautiful game. "28 knots. Jesus, that's kind of fast, mate. Actually, looks like we might be getting a decent shot on him. I'll try and sink him with the torpedo first off, just to make sure. Also, double check him. Let's go ahead and get out of the weapons firing zone. See the ship I think he is? He is. So yeah, this is a submarine tender. Well, he tends to submarines. It's not very complicated. And with that kind of passive acuity, he doesn't have any sort of acuity whatsoever. Passive or otherwise. Okay, go to the surface. Make a left turn. More or less come up from right underneath it. That's one away. Go to surface, go active, go whoop, whoopsie, wrong one. Go to the surface, go active, go straight. Okay, and make a left turn. Slipping away. Right now. I'm gonna keep those guys under constant observation. Looks like the cannon just dropped to 4 knots. He's probably shutting up for a half second so he can hear everything around him. Yeah. So the Soviet submarine response tactic is to fire a torpedo that homes actively, I think pretty much immediately down the reciprocal bearing of the torpedo. If they detect a torpedo, oh look, a torpedo. That's probably not a good thing to have there. So their immediate response to the submarine is to fire off a torpedo from their own ship. It goes active at a preset range. I don't know what it is. And it just goes down the reciprocal bearing. So if you can dogleg your torpedo like this, kinda, they'll fire a torpedo going that way instead of one going that way. Supposedly. And there we go. He's locked on. The Kanan should just about now be realizing that he done fucked up, as the sonar officer has his ears blown the hell out by the sonar going off right next to his fucking head. Surprise! I don't see him, but I'll trust the torpedo to at least run its course. Starry water does not make for good periscope days. There's potential to breach and all that. Raise the ESM mast. See if anyone's hanging around these parts. So, strength of fucking 7. Jesus. Okay, take that back down. Oh wait, what are you? Yeah, I don't have this classified yet. I suspect some kind of submarine, but it's got a lot of low frequencies. No, it's not a submarine. It's got high frequency. Could be a Grisha. No, it's not a Grisha. It's a it's not an alligator. It's gotta be a I just don't know. Hmm. Two, 3, 6. Well, I'm sure whatever it is only wants to kill us. And there's nowhere else to really hide. And I got no idea what the hell it is. Bring us back down a little bit. put us back on ultra quiet until we know what the hell we're dealing with, though. It's got a line there and a line there. It's got 3 lines. I should be able to ID that. And it's pinging actively. Like, it's not exactly a subtle target. I don't think it's a submarine, though. Those first few frequency lines, actually, thinking about it, it might be a Grisha. 3. I'm putting it down as a Grisha. So no. What's a Grisha again? Oh, it's one of these things. These things are interesting. They've got some torpedoes, but I think their main thing is their anti-submarine rocket. Also, it's already sinking without my help. This boat should not be out in this kind of weather. I think this is like a coastal patrol boat. What the hell is it doing in the Polar Sea? Like, my thought on Grisha was that it was like a, reminiscent of the PT boats of World War II. I mean, it's riding the sea quite okay, and it's making it, but like occasionally the deck just goes kind of like that. Just kind of gets swamped a bit. Anyway. I don't even know if they have the capability to detect this. Oh, there it is. Ooh, what's that? It's like watching the Three Stooges pilot a PT boat in this Cold War. And it's still the Cold War, even if it's gone hot. Bing, bing, bing. Surprise! And there it goes. That's one Mark 48 ad cap straight into the butt. Oh, release the ship from ultra quiet, please. And yeah, this ship is not long for this world in these seas. Like, where did that... yeah, that's a hole about the size of the boat. Bye-bye now. But first, let's tend to ourselves. We've got bigger problems like the hell. I was gonna say, like, where the hell did the dawn go, but I guess hell is quite an appropriate answer. I mean, if you've ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean, Davy Jones looks like he comes straight from hell. There goes the Grisha. And I'm willing to bet that there's no one this far north. So I sunk a Grisha and a cannon, and I don't think I fired but 2 torpedoes. Man, I'm not even sure what sunk you. That's confusing. The AI could be strange, but I'm not arguing. Got all 3 of them. Let's see. Got the Brahms Star for, I don't know, sinking 2 escorts. We're probably gonna head back to port and refit, though. Ah, the 28th of December. troops and armor. Basically, we made the North Atlantic safer. Murmansk 4 hours ago, heading into the Norwegian Sea. And we went Anadoya. Okay. Well, this looks quite interesting, and we will engage this enemy in the next episode. I will see you all in the next Cold Waters video. Let's play thing? Not stream. I'll see you all the next time. Till then, I've been your Captain Tomato. Dive deep, run, what is it? Run silent, run deep? Yeah, run silent, run deep. Goodbye.